Summer is in full swing, and I've got some really cool clone troopers here to talk about with you guys. The first here actually might be my favorite of all of the ones I'm going to talk about today, and that would be the standard version of Commander Gree. This is an interpretation of what Commander Gree could have looked like without the camo armor that he wore in episode 3 on Kashyyyk. This is generally what he probably looked like during most of the Clone Wars with his Phase 2 armor. I'm a huge fan of this figure, and part of the reason is dark green is actually my favorite color, and I just think it looks really nice against this white. It's a really nice alternative version of Gree to have if you're trying to do a mock or anything else that isn't Kashyyyk. I also went ahead and paired him with a custom clone head made by Gosler on Instagram, something I've already talked about on this channel in one of my previous videos. Next is a re-release of ARC Trooper Jesse. Now, this one is basically the same as the one we got before, except this one uses a replica helmet instead of an official Lego helmet, but it comes with the much desired inclusion of a printed face. It's unfortunate they didn't sell this printed face by itself like they have for other characters. Not sure why they did that. I really wish they had, but nevertheless, this is a really nice printed face, and this gives people an opportunity who missed the original Jesse to get an even better one from the one before. Glad to see GCC rolling out more printed faces for clone troopers. The Rancor Battalion is now complete with the addition of Colt and Blitz. These are the last two troopers that GCC needed to make to round off the Rancor Battalion from the Clone Wars, and they're both exceptional figures. Blitz is probably my favorite out of all of them. I just really like the yellow on his armor, and I think he looks the coolest. They, of course, use GCC's replica in-house molded Phase 1.5 helmet. For some army reinforcements, we have the 212th Heavy Troopers. Now, the design of these draw inspiration from the official 501st Heavy Troopers LEGO has in their battle pack, and I prefer this look more than the Heavy Troopers that GCC did before that were based on the Battlefront 2 skins. They include a GCC waist cape, an official LEGO hold helmet that lets you use an official visor, and they also have the weathering details seen on the official LEGO 212th Clone Troopers, so everything looks a bit more cohesive. They blend in very naturally with the LEGO 212 Troopers. Captain Hauser was re-released this month, but he comes with the inclusion of a brand new in-house made GCC pauldron designed by Melnick. This was the last thing this figure needed to look complete, but of course, a printed face would be nice. Maybe that's something Gosler will get around to making. The last figure here is not a clone trooper actually, but it is the elite Squadron members from Crosshair's squad from the first season of the Bad Batch. This was a figure that GCC has actually made before in gray. Now they're in the correct all black. I'm a big fan of how these guys look with the blacked out armor and the green visor, and they look exceptionally nice next to a Crosshair figure. I also love the inclusion of the printed arms, something GCC usually saves for their higher end clone troopers. Out of everything here, like I said, this Commander Gree would probably have to be my favorite figure of the bunch. He's a simple design, but it's so effective on this figure. As always, I have links down in the description for some resellers and GCC's official website so you can pick up some of these figures yourself. But as always, that's all I've got, and I'll see you guys in the next video.